Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our English literature class. Today, we are going to study one of the most beautiful and emotional songs in Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. This song is called Dirge and it appears in Act 2, Scene 4 of Twelfth Night. Although this play is a comedy, Shakespeare includes this sad song to explore the emotional pain caused by unrequited love, that is, love that is not returned. So, if we discuss the title of this poem, what is the meaning of the title? Dirge. Dirge का मतलब होता है sad song, mourning song or death song. So, let's start the poem. But before starting, we will see the context of this song. So, in Act 2, Scene 4, Duke Orsino is thinking deeply about his love for Olivia. He believes that no one can love as intensely as he does. Feeling emotional, Orsino asks Feste, the fool, to sing an old song, and Feste chooses a funeral song, a dirge. Although the song is not directly about Orsino, it reflects his emotional state and the suffering caused by one-sided love. So, let's start the lines. First stanza. Students, in this first stanza, Shakespeare immediately creates a sorrowful atmosphere. The poet is not celebrating love here. Instead, he feels so deeply hurt that he wishes for death. This song is sung by Feste, the fool. So, the first line is come away, death. So, here poet calls upon death as if it were a person standing by near. किस तरह से बुला रहा है? कम अवे डेथ को बुला रहा है जैसे ये पास ही खड़ी हो. So you can notice here the repetition, come away. So this repetition shows urgency and desperation. Speaker or the poet cannot bear the pain of rejected love and wants that to come immediately. So in the second line, and in said cypress, let me be led. This is, you can see in the image, you can see the cypress tree here. So, in Elizabethan period, the cypress tree was associated with funerals, cemeteries and mourning. And people connected it with death because it remains green throughout the year and was commonly planted in graveyards. तो लगभग सभी जगह कब्रिस्तान में इस पेड़ को लगाया जाता था. So, poet imagines his own funeral here. He wants to be laid to rest beneath the symbol of mourning. And what is the symbol of mourning? The cypress tree. Shakespeare uses here funeral imagery to show that poet believes his love has already ended his life emotionally. The third line is fly away, breathe. Breathe here represents life. Okay, and poet asks his own life to leave his body. Again, you can see here the repetition, fly away. Now, this repetition reinforces the speaker's wish to escape his emotional suffering. He also personifies the breath here as and treating as if it can hear or obey the speaker's command. And fourth one and last line of this stanza is I am slain by affair, cruel mad. So the poet says that he has been slain, matlab कि he has been killed, but he has but no one has actually attacked him. He has been emotionally destroyed by the rejection of woman he loves. So fair, cruel, mad. What is the meaning of fair? Fair means beautiful, And cruel means unkind, heartless. Mad means unmarried young woman. So, what is the meaning of this line? Beauty with emotional coldness. Shakespeare suggests that someone may appear beautiful on the outside but still cause a deep emotional pain. So you can see, we can see that Shakespeare used repetition and apostrophe as it is directly addressing death and breath, and personification has been used. So we can go to the next slide. My shroud of white stuck all with you, or prepare it, my part of death. No one so true did share it. So, students, in the first stanza, the speaker invited death because he could no longer bear the pain of unrequited love. फर्स्ट स्टेंजा में हमने ये देखा था कि वो डेथ को बुलाता है कि आप जल्दी आ जाओ, क्योंकि वो जो है अनरिक्विटेड लव को, पेन को सहन नहीं कर सकता. अब इस स्टेंजा में, सेकंड स्टेंजा में, he goes one step further. He no longer talks about time. He imagines, in these lines, he imagines his own funeral. This shows how completely heartbreak has taken over his thoughts. So, the line, what is the line? My shroud of white. So, let us first understand the word shroud. A shroud, as you can see in this picture, a shroud is the white cloth in which a dead body is wrapped before burial. Dead body को उस white cloth में लपेटा जाता है. The speaker imagines himself already dead. अपने आप को मरा हुआ मानता है, and asks for his burial cloth to be prepared it. Oh, prepare it. Prepare it what? Prepare the shroud. Prepare the cloth, burial cloth. So, why does Shakespeare say white shroud? White symbolizes innocence, purity, peace, and acceptance. And Shakespeare believes that his love has been sincere and faithful. Therefore, the white shroud also reflects the purity of his feelings. Stuck all with you. Stuck all. Now, yew tree has been associated with churches, graveyards, funerals, and immortality for centuries. So, because this tree lives for a very long time and remains green throughout the year, it became a traditional symbol of both death and eternal life. So when Shakespeare places you on the shroud, as you can see in this picture, this is the yew tree, and he creates a vivid funeral scene. Reminds us that a poet has emotionally accepted his own death. So, why do you think Shakespeare chose the yew tree instead of a beautiful flower? कोई beautiful flower भी तो choose कर सकता था ना? Because yew symbolizes mourning and death, while flowers usually symbolize celebration or happiness. That's why he used the yew tree. Oh, prepare it. Prepare it means, so Shakespeare urgently asked that his funeral preparations begin immediately. कि उसकी जो funeral का जो तैयारी है वो तुरंत कर देनी चाहिए. My part of death, no one so true did share it. My part of death means my experience of time. So not necessarily a physical death, but emotional death caused by heartbreak. So here he believes that no one has ever faced death with such genuine sorrow and sincerity. And what is the meaning of true here? No one so true. True means faithful, sincere, loyal in love. So poet believes that no one has ever loved with such honesty and devotion as he has. Notice that Shakespeare is presenting the speaker's feeling, not an objective fact. Heartbroken lovers often believe that no one has ever suffered as deeply as they do. Did share it. Did share it का मतलब कि the speaker completes his thought by saying that no one has shared such faithful love or such deep suffering. So you can see कि here in these lines, these are the common features of love poetry, where emotions are larger than life. Then we come to the third stanza. Not a flower sweet. Again you can see the repetition in the line. So हमने ये देखा कि पहले स्टेंजा में शेक्सपियर अपने डेथ की इच्छा करता है. सेकंड स्टेंजा में अपने ही फ्यूनरल को वो इमेजिन करता है. नाउ इन द थर्ड स्टेंजा ही इमेजिन्स दैट what should happen after his burial. Surprisingly, he does not want honor, flowers, friends, or even people to mourn him. Instead, he wishes to be forgotten. So, not a flower sweet. So, repetition of the phrase not a flower emphasizes the rejection. The speaker refuses all the traditional signs of love and respect that are usually offered at a funeral. Normally क्या होता है कि फ्लावर जो है वो चढ़ाए जाते हैं, and flowers are expression of affection, remembrance and sympathy. They celebrate the life of the person who has died. So कभी सोचा है कि why do people place flowers on the grave? Because flower symbolizes love, remembrance and respect and honor. So he does not want any type of respect or honor from the world, from the people. So now the line, on my black coffin let there be stroven. So what stroven means? Scattered or spread. Speaker asks that no flowers be scattered on his black coffin. उसके जो कॉफन है उस पर कोई भी फूल और नहीं चढ़ाया जाना चाहिए. Why is the coffin black? Black symbolizes death, mourning, sorrow and finality. So this image of black coffin makes the funeral scenes even darker and more serious. So हमने देखा प्रीवियस स्टेंजा में वाइट श्राउड जो सिंबलाइज कर रहा था प्योरिटी और इनोसेंस को. नाउ वी कैन सी ही यूज ब्लैक कॉफिन विच रिप्रेजेंट्स द सैडनेस एंड परमानेंस ऑफ डेथ. नाउ not a friend greet. Again here we can see the use of repetition. So usually friends gather at funeral to offer prayers, comfort and respect. However, poet wants no one to attend his funeral procession. This does not mean that he hates people, but instead his heartbreak has become so deep that he desires complete solitude. He believes that silence is more comforting than sympathy. Then in the next line, my poor cause, where my bones shall be thrown. So what is the meaning of the word corpse? It means corpse, dead body. So here poet sees himself as helpless. The phrase my bones shall be thrown means it should not be understood as a disrespectful burial. It expresses how little the speaker now cares about worldly honor. Does not care about the worldly honor. कोई आता है उसके फ्यूनरल पर, कोई नहीं आता है, ये परवाह नहीं है उससे. सो ही ओनली विशेस टू डिसअपियर क्वाइटली. वो चाहता है कि मैं अकेला रहूँ, कोई भी उसके फ्यूनरल पे नहीं आए, कोई भी फ्रेंड नहीं आए, कोई भी रिलेटिव नहीं आए. सो ए थाउजेंड signs to save, lay me over, sad true lover, never find my grave to weep there. Thousand signs to save. Sighs to save. This is one of the most beautiful expression in the poem. So the speaker says he wants to save other from a thousand sighs. So here we can see a example of hyperbole here. A thousand sighs. No one can actually count a thousand sighs. So here it means countless tears and endless grief. So here the poet's attitude changes. Earlier he focused only his own suffering. Now he also thinks about the suffering of others. This makes him appear compassionate despite his despair. Lay me away, sad true lover, never find my grave to weep there. So these are the emotional climax of the song. So the poet asks to be buried in a hidden place. Why? Because he does not want another heartbroken lover to discover his grave and cry there. This is very touching idea. So poet knows how painful unrequited or unreturned love can be, so he wishes to protect others from experiencing the same sorrow. Hidden grave here symbolizes privacy, silence, peace. So repetition here. So what we saw in the third stanza, he rejects all the public warning and chooses complete solitude. So this gradual progression gives the song a powerful emotional structure. You can see here explanation, theme and figure of speeches which is used. So repetition you can see is used, hyperbole is used here, apostrophe because he is addressing lay me, oh where. So these are some of the figure of speeches, and the theme you can see is of unrequited love, loneliness and isolation, rejection and heartbreak, and death as an escape. So this was our poem. So it was a very short poem, but it was very emotional and beautiful poem. Thank you dear students for watching me.